For nearly 15 years, Starting Right Now has set the standard for caring for unaccompanied youth and homeless teens in Tampa Bay. With residential facilities in Pinellas and Hillsborough counties, the nonprofit has shepherded hundreds of students to brighter futures. Here to tell us more about Starting Right Now, a United Way Suncoast strategic community partner, is founder and executive director, Vicki Sokolik. Vicki, welcome to Suncoast Snapshot.
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you for being here. And I'm proud to be part of the United Way family.
Well, we're glad to have you. And I wanted to start out by asking you about your recent Lend A Luncheon. At that luncheon, you had 3 students come up and share their personal stories. They were heartwarming and moving. Tell us about the strength these young adults exhibited in sharing how they've overcome hardships.
Yeah, to stand up in front of 600 attendees and tell a very vulnerable part of your life is just overwhelming. And for our kids to be able to stand there and do it without shame of telling their story and sharing it in a positive note of what they've actually overcome as opposed to what they've been burdened with, it's empowering for them. It's empowering for the community, and it shows what a little hand up can do for someone. So they're amazing. And the grit that these kids have, it's nothing short of miraculous. They are the most resilient people I've ever met in my life who are homeless youth.
Yeah, it's always inspiring and moving. They talk about overcoming abuse, overcoming abandonment, and they just make us feel good about themselves and the program. So you always have Kleenex at the luncheon because the eyes do get a little watery when these kids share their stories. Tell me, how does Starting Right Now go about helping these teens create these incredible success stories?
So we take a very holistic approach at Starting Right Now. The idea is that while we know that the first thing that kids need is stability, there's no question they need a bed, food, a place to shower, and a way to get to school. That's geography. They need more than that. They need to actually be able to work through the trauma that they've endured. And so we've developed our own curriculum where the kids meet every Monday and Wednesday evenings in order to go through a plethora of classes that help them release their shame and start healing. And that is really the secret sauce to the program, that for once they realize that what happened to them is not them. They're more than that. And then in addition to that, all the kids have access to mental health counseling. We make sure they get their appointments and that they are seen by a professional licensed mental health counselor. And they all, for the first time, are able to go get medical and dental treatment. And when you feel good about yourself and you feel good about your body, everything in your life changes.
Yeah, it's just incredible, the work that you're doing. And I want to throw in real quick that they take Dale Carnegie courses, which they all cite as a big influence. And they all have mentors. You assign adult mentors to each student who show them slowly that they can trust other adults. And so I think that's another important aspect. As we wrap up, Vicki, let me just ask, you spoke poignantly at the luncheon about the emotional challenges that your students endure, including thoughts of suicide. Some may say that particular topic, suicide, shouldn't be openly discussed, but feels like, given where we are right now, we have to talk about suicide, right?
There's no question. I mean, suicide is the number one reason unaccompanied youth don't live. And so I want to start over with that. I don't like the way I said that. Please do. We
Death
have to
by
talk.
Suicide.
Yeah, right. That's what I was going to say. And okay. I think we have to talk about the mental health crisis, especially death by suicide for unaccompanied homeless youth. When you have no hope, and when the people who were supposed to take care of you and the people that you were supposed to be able to trust have let you down in some capacity, you really question if your life is worth living. And to have a youth struggle and not understand that actually their potential is incredible, and actually death by suicide means things won't get better as opposed to getting help and things do get better. I think it should be a conversation that everybody is having, because there is a mental health crisis in the entire world, and it needs to be addressed. And because why should people suffer in silence? And shame is such an inhibitor for progression. And the one thing that we help the kids do is realize that they don't have to give shame power. They can actually hold their story, not be judged, and be accepted into our community just the way they are. They're beautiful. And it's not unusual that we have kids that are really afraid they're going to hurt themselves. And as a community, we should be saving them, because actually the majority of our kids are in service industries that one day may be helping you save yourself.
Yep. I love that term. Don't give power to shame. I think that's so important. And, Vicki, I just appreciate all that you do at Starting Right Now. Mm-hmm. It's a nonprofit that I've had the chance to assist over the years, and thrilled that United Way Suncoast is assisting you now. So thanks for joining us. And I want to let everyone know, if you want to learn more about Starting Right Now and the work that they do, you can go to startingrightnow.org. If you want to learn more about United Way Suncoast and all of our initiatives, including our youth success initiatives, you can go to unitedwaysuncoast.org. And as always, remember, united we rise.
United we win.
Yes, Vicki. Yes, yes.